Welcome to Continental East Development News. I'm your host, Jeff Allen. Last October, CED held their pre-opening event for the first of 3 planned assisted and memory care communities located in Rancho Belago, Murrieta, and Indio. CED will operate their senior communities under the trade name Renaissance Village. CED's first senior community located in Rancho Belago is the Inland Empire's newest and premier senior living community. During this report, we'll review the groundbreaking and obtain an update from CED co-founder and president Al Rita for current operational status of Renaissance Village. During the groundbreaking, Charlene Kusner, Senior Project Director for CED, talked about the support from the surrounding community for Renaissance Village.
We're very excited to bring this new, beautiful campus to City of Moreno Valley. We've just had a tremendous welcoming from the community. We had our groundbreaking ceremony and several local groups attended, and our phones have really been ringing since we put the sign up. Had a lot of communication from people looking for employment, for sons and daughters looking to place their parents in Moreno Valley, closer to them in this community. So it's been a tremendous outpouring for it, and we're very excited to have the support.
Having strong banking relationships that see the economy changing is vital and important to developers. This is what Pamela Lau, Executive Vice President of Preferred Bank, has to say.
Al has been customer of Preferred Bank since 1998. Throughout the years, we have done a number of successful construction projects. And we also work with him with offer line of credit and all the depository relationship, and has been a very successful one. Since 2008, we gone through the worst. I think the worst is over right now. We notice all the builders is more active in back in the building homes, building this kind of project. It's very exciting to see this project is today's celebrate the groundbreaking. We see the business been picking up. Certainly the housing market is much stronger than before. We hope the trend will continue.
And I'm happy to be joined now by Al Rita here in studio. And Al, thank you so much for taking the time to join us. Al, during the groundbreaking, your project manager, Charlene Kusner, she talked about the tremendous outpouring of support from the Moreno Valley community, Rancho Belago in particular. Can you share with us some other examples of Renaissance communities' outreach efforts in that area?
Certainly. We reached out to the Riverside Memorial Guard, and part of the reason why we did that is the Moreno Valley, Riverside area has a tremendous military history. And we learned that this was an organization that does a complete volunteer service, but more importantly, that their average members were more than the age of 70. And the receptivity of what we asked them to do is, we want to put some flagpoles out into the project, and would you raise the first flag? They showed up with more than 150 people in support of the community.
Al, of course, there were 2 very important events. You just talked about the flag raising event, and then also too, of course, we talked about the pre-opening event in October. And Riverside County Board of Supervisor Chairman Jeff Stone was in attendance, and here are some things that he had to say about Renaissance Village.
We have a rapidly aging population. We're very proud of the facility that's here. It's going to serve its purpose, but it's not going to be enough. It's only going to take care of 150 people. And we have more needs throughout this county, and we're very fortunate that Al is building another facility like this in Murrieta. But we're going to need more facilities like this. This is really setting the bar really high. And I've learned it's going to be employing about 50 people to help take care of our wonderful senior citizens. But this is a different model, because they're inviting senior citizens to be volunteers to come in and help the senior citizens that need some assisted help.
Al, during your pre-opening event, we recall a speech that you made at that time, and it was really about the spirit of volunteerism and celebrating seniors' lives while they're with us. Tell us a little bit more about that Renaissance Village volunteer spirit that is so important to you.
Sure. Many times we'll get a call, and it's some friend that's telling us we've had a great senior that we knew that we passed. And that's really not a pleasant experience. What we're doing at Renaissance Village is reaching out to the community and celebrating our residents' lives today. As an example, during the pre-grounds opening ceremony, we celebrated Virginia Dunagan, 92 years of age. And we did a great videography of her. And this Christmas, we're going to be presenting that videograph to the family.
Al, Virginia is an amazing example of the spirit there, and we've had a chance to kind of meet her and say hello to her, and she's very, very warm and just a wonderful person. Tell us a little bit about some other examples of that spirit of volunteerism at Renaissance Village.
Sure. In the senior housing business, the industry as a whole does a great job in feeding the seniors, providing good housing for the seniors. But what we found and why we call it Renaissance Lifestyle is industry is lacking in the social interaction. In order to get that lifestyle moving forward into the community, you have to reach out where the community becomes part of us and we become part of the community. Let me give you some examples. Is that we reached out to the Red Hats, which is a national organization of women that a little bit older that like to have a good time. We now are a charter member of that organization. We reached out to the Old Farts Club, which are guys that love the antique cars. And at the pre-opening, we had them bring their cars down. Seniors get to be part of that, but to give you more examples is that they come out once a month. We give them a nice breakfast, and then if the seniors want to go on a road trip, they volunteer. We do many of these types of things to interact the community with us.
Let's talk a little bit now about the numbers from a business perspective with regard to the budget. How did the project come out?
Project came under budget, just a little bit, but under budget. And we were able, once we got our permit, we built it on time. Not only have we built the project on time, but we're already exceeding our occupancy levels for the project.
And of course, you talk about exceeding occupancy levels. The project obviously is open. You've got your first residents there. How's it looking? You've been on site. You've had a chance to talk to some of the people there. From your perspective, give us some idea of what that looks like now and how that project is
Typically,
running.
December is a very slow month in the senior housing business. We had 5 move-ins in December. What is happening is the word is getting out that we're doing what we say. And that the real testimony is that our seniors are extremely happy. In turn, that transmits to the family members, word's getting out locally, and the phone rings all the time.
And now to that point, we had a chance to talk to one of your residents, Rita, and she had some very glowing things to say. Let's hear what she had to say.
It's wonderful. There's always something for people to do. And for the dogs, I can't believe what they have for their animals, for them to go out and play in that yard. And then when the grandchildren come with their family, they got a place for them to play. It's wonderful how they got it set up and everything. It's beautiful. Mark, it's a beautiful place. I'm home.
Al, this is not the one and only Renaissance Village that you have in the works for Continental East Development. Tell us a little bit about any upcoming projects that you have. You've got a brand new property coming soon.
We do. We have a project called Renaissance Village in Murrieta. And this is going to be a stellar project. It is a multi-phase project. It has a combination of assisted, memory care, and even a future phase of subacute.
Al, can you give us any more details at all about that Murrieta project? Timelines, the estimated date of completion, anything at all?
The project is scheduled to start right after the first of the year, barring weather. It looks like we may have a little bit of a needed rain, so if that continues, we'll probably slip to early spring. We have a firm commitment with our construction lender, and we're ready to go.
Al Ratan, co-founder and president of Continental East Development, thank you so much for joining us today. For additional information on Renaissance Village, please visit rvseniorliving.com or contact Continental East Development at 951-600-8600. For Continental East Development News, I'm Jeff Allen.